This is going to be an eye-opening video for a lot of you, and we're going to travel back in time, and I'm going to take you guys back there with my mindset and how things were and how things are today, etc., etc. So, I know a lot of you will probably feel this way because this world's just a little crazy today. And there's definitely things you can do to fix it. I mean, I've never been in that state where it's just crippling. But when I look back at the past, any ounce of anything I've ever felt that made me feel anxious in any way, like, bro, you have to use that as fuel and get moving. Like, if you consistently feel anxious and think about failing in life and all that stuff, and these thoughts just run through your mind, I'm telling you guys full well right now, yous ain't working hard enough. Yous ain't working smart enough. It's one of these things that is the determining factor, because you have to have both in this world today. You can work as hard as you want for the government. You can work as hard as you want at construction and everything else, and you know what? Nothing's going to change. So you can work as hard as you want, it's not enough. You can just work smart and all this stuff, it probably won't be enough. You need to work hard, and you need to work smart, which means you have to give this life everything you got. And any ounce of you sitting around feeling anxious or thinking of failing in life, you have to use that as fuel to move. And all of a sudden, as you move, those thoughts just disappear because you're actually taking action and getting yourself out of the state of feeling that way. If you're doing things you shouldn't be doing, that's when you're going to feel that way. If you're doing things you should be doing, it's literally impossible to feel that way. You won't feel that way. You're going to feel good about yourself. You're going to feel good about what you've done. You're going to feel accomplished. You're going to feel like you hit the nail on the head today. And it has to continue to go that way in this life we live today. You have to challenge yourself. You have to break certain habits, certain beliefs. You have to take life for what it is. You have to see people for what they are. I don't care who it is. Like, if something is not good for you, you have to cut that clean. If you have a friend and it's not good for you, you have to cut that clean. If you have a family member and it's not good for you, you have to cut that clean. You have to do what you have to do as a man or a woman. And if you can do what you have to do as a man or a woman without thinking of anything else or anybody else, you will succeed in life. But it's going to take consistency and your consistent efforts in doing this over time. So if anyone here is the type to just anxiously think about your life and failing in the future and everything else, I guarantee you're not working hard enough. You're not working smart enough. You're effing up. And some of you might not think you are. That's a delusion you're going to have to break. Some of you might think you're giving it your all. You couldn't do possibly any more when you could do more. You probably could do more. So you have to break certain barriers. You have to break certain beliefs and everything else in your mind so you can go on in life and do the things you're supposed to do. And like I said, guys, looking back, I've never struggled with just being complacent and thinking I'm going to fail and being anxious about life and just like a dog backed into a corner. I get upset if a thought like that even crosses my mind a little bit. That's going to be used as fuel. I'm going to go on and I'm going to use that as fuel, and I'm going to get closer to where I'm supposed to be. I'm a dog like that, bro. Y'all have to be dogs like that. Y'all have to get after it in life. And stop pussyfooting around so much and doing things you shouldn't be doing. It's not only the things you have to do, it's also about what you don't do. Dumb stuff. That's going to keep you further away from the life you're supposed to be living. Some of you have no idea the consistency it takes and just being on the right path. It's a lot, bro. It's a lot. And nothing is going to cure how you feel unless you make it happen. You have to be the one that cures those thoughts yourself through your own actions and contributions. Nothing's going to happen that's going to take that away besides the action you take. God's not going to drop a treasure chest from the sky and it's going to land on your front doorstep and your life's going to change. It doesn't exist. You have to understand what life is all about, and you have to understand what you have to do as a man or a woman to make life what it's supposed to be. Because it's not only about what you do, it's also about what you don't do. You need both. You can't be doing this stuff, and you have to be doing this stuff. That's what discipline is. Is it not? It's discipline. It's doing all the things you should be doing and avoiding things you shouldn't be doing. Discipline. It takes a lot of discipline. It takes saying no to some holidays. It takes not going to certain events and certain areas and stuff like that just to get your mind off track just a little bit, when if you just would have stayed locked in, you could have changed your life. So if your life is not what you want it to be, you have to be locked in. Otherwise, you're going to live another year, another year, another year, and another year, and another year, and another year, and things ain't what you want it to be. Because you're messing up. You're not giving it your all. And I'm making it sound so difficult and almost not achievable right now, but it's not that way. It's just staying in it. Like nobody else can. Everyone feels a need to go around, to fly around, to be here, to be there, to do this, to do that, to this event, to that family gathering, to this. And your own personal life ain't where you want it to be. What you think's going to happen? It's not what I did. I skipped family gatherings. I've skipped family events. I've skipped holidays. I've said no to lots of things. I didn't go out. Didn't drink. Didn't do drugs. Didn't party. That's what I'm saying. And I also did the right things for many, many years, because that's what it takes. You have to be seriously locked in. That's what it takes to change your life. It's not about going with your boys every weekend and you're just looking for an escape to have some fun and do all this stuff. That's not what it's about. If you live that kind of a life, you probably will feel anxious at times and like you're going to fail. I would too. I would too if I was doing that dumb stuff. It's about staying on track. It's about staying focused. It's not as hard as I make it sound. It's just a long journey. It's a long path. And it involves your ass staying on the path. And if you veer off, it's just a little bit. It's just for a little bit and you're back on. It's just for a little bit and you're back on. It's not, oh, do, do, do. Over here, over there. Okay, I'll come back and do a little bit of work. Oh, do, do, do. Okay, I'll come back again and do a little bit of work. No, you stay here for the most part. If you veer off and do something at a left field, something fun, which you can, you just have to get off a little bit and come right back. You're not gone for too long, not even a full day. You're right in there. All the time. You don't get too far off of what you're doing. You stay in it. And even if you do something fun, you don't do too much. You're not too reckless. You ain't be doing too much. You don't drink too much. You don't do the party too much. It's about staying locked in. I mean, guys, if you look back in time, Do you think those men were doing all that crazy stuff? Do y'all think the stronger men that was leading the way was doing all that crazy stuff all the time? All they were doing was working and working smart and providing and making things happen. For some of you, it's boring. Oh my God. Well, you're not passionate about what you're doing. So that has to be fixed as well. Things have to be fixed in a lot of y'all's lives. And it starts with yourself and wanting to fix it. If you don't want to fix the mess that you're in, there's nothing you're going to do because you have to want to fix it. Some people are great at lying to themselves as if nothing's wrong. I can keep doing this. I can do this. Can you? You can't. Which is why you feel some type of way about your future and you're anxious and you think about failing and you think about this. If you were putting all your time into what you're doing, you would lay your head down at night and you wouldn't be worried about what's going to happen. Because you're giving it your all and you're consistent. It's about being consistent and trusting the process through whatever you're doing. Life can be unforgiving. Nothing is guaranteed. But I will guarantee you something. If you're consistent, if you're persistent, if no matter what happens, you stay on track, if something bad happens that throws you off, and you just keep fighting your way back, you will succeed in the end. You will succeed in life. You will get the life you want with the people you want it with, and you'll be living good. It comes down to fighting in life. It's not all about bliss and rainbows and happiness and all this stuff, bro. It ain't all that. Those things are important. Some happiness, some bliss, some fun, some good times, love, live, laughter, all that stuff is great. It doesn't end there. Where's the sacrifice? Where's the grind? Where's the work you're putting in? Where's all that at? Because that also has to play a part and exist. It just seems like today, a lot of people don't want to do it. A lot of people's checking out. A lot of people's backing down. A lot of people don't want to give it their all. They start something and it's uncomfortable. Of course it's going to be uncomfortable when you start something. Of course. What do you think? It's just going to be amazing and fun and oh my God, I'm doing something hard and it's going to change my life. It should be amazing and fun. It's going to be a long journey. It's not going to be that fun at first. You're putting in a lot of work. You're not seeing much results. You feel a lot of pain. You feel like you're sacrificing a lot. Nothing's to show for it. That's when you got to dig down and keep going and trust the process of what you're doing. And this is genuinely what it takes. Like I said, this is not something I've ever struggled with necessarily. Because I was an animal, bro. An animal. I ain't never backing down. If things rub me the wrong way or go against me, bro, I'm a dog. I'm going to dog that down. I ain't going to, oh my God, and be wounded and just lay there and oh my God. I use that as fuel. We're going to get it. We're going to get it at the end of the day. We're going to get it regardless. Because we don't back down. We have a life to live. Why should we be staying stuck? Just, oh my God, something happened to me here. Oh my God. Like, yeah, you're going to feel uncomfortable, a little bit of pain if something happens if you just can't stay stuck around moping and weeping about it and just don't, like, you have to be stronger than that. Feel the pain and then let it fuel your fire. I've been doing it my whole life. My whole life I've been doing it. It takes consistency. It takes your best efforts. It's about staying disciplined and not doing certain things, and it's about doing certain things. Working hard, working smart, being energy efficient and staying on track, because when you get off track, it's hard to get back on the track you were on. So it's important to stay on track. When you get too far off track, you lose yourself. You're in a world and you're going to a place that's just, and it might even be fun for you. It might even be blissful and happiness and family and all this stuff, but you come back to the grind, to your reality, and it's like, damn, this is tough. This is hard. It's because you were spending too much time getting weak, getting frail. A real man would never do that. A real man is going to stay on his path and purpose and barely veer off the littlest shit, and he's back on. Like, you can't take too much time off. You can't be celebrating 24/7. You can't be going to events 24/7. You can't be doing dumb shit 24/7. That is why you may feel like you're failing, or that you're going to fail, or have thoughts of it. Those thoughts wouldn't exist if you were as consistent as you should be. And what's funny is some people think they are, but they're not. Some people really don't get what it takes. And what it takes is what it takes. You got to get down with it. You got to make shit happen. You got to disappear for a while. You got to disappear for a year sometimes. Like a year. And not do much, not see many people. You're going to see people, but people like maybe that's close to you that wants to get you to do certain things or have too much fun or, bruh. Those things have to be very limited. Very limited. Those things should scare you as it scares me. I wasn't born to just be weak and have fun and do all this crazy stuff and oh my God. No. We are born with a purpose. We're going to die with a purpose. We're going to go out on our shield doing what we were supposed to do. That comes first. Everything else comes after that. And that's how it goes. So for any of you watching this video that you might think or have thoughts of failing and not doing well in life and not getting the things you want in life, it's only happening because you're not giving enough. Like, bro, I'm telling you right now. And you might think, oh no, it's not true. I'm working so hard. I'm doing this and I'm doing that. It's not the truth. You're lying to yourself. I promise you, you're lying to yourself. I promise you, bro. Some of you have no idea what it actually takes. And it's not as hard as I make it sound. It's just the consistency and staying in it, staying locked in it, staying right on track and being in your own world and moving your own way and doing the things you're supposed to be doing. Regardless of what anyone else is saying, you're headstrong. Nothing's kind of taking you away. You're just kind of who you are, doing the things you do. You can't let things or people or situations get in your head. There's a reason I didn't get around much people in my 20s. Because I was on a path, bro. And it's not normal. The path I was on, that I'm still on, it ain't normal. Like, I can't afford to do what most people do, bro. I can't afford to go with friends for a weekend and drink and go crazy and come back to my reality? Are you kidding me, bro? I can't afford to do that. If anything, it's like I've been working on my stuff pretty much all day, and then I can veer off for a second and see a friend or something and talk and whatever else, and then come back. It's no weekend stuff and doing and getting off track and not doing what I'm supposed to be doing and not eating the foods I'm supposed to be eating, bro. It doesn't exist in my life. And the fact I was that consistent all throughout most of my 20s is why you're going to see the results you see, because you were that stern in your path. People think they can mess up, bro. People think they can go and do fun things and everything's going to be fine. I hate to break it to you, bro. You should be worried. Every single time you think you deserve to have fun and you're not where you want to be, you should be worried, bro. You should be worried. That stuff has to be put to the side, the hard side. You can't be doing that stuff if you're not where you want to be in life. And even when even if you're where you want to be in life, you still can't really be doing that stuff. because everything you got going on is going to fail. You have to stay on track. You have to have strong purpose. You have to find your purpose, bro. It takes a lot, but it's the life you have to live every day. And it's far better. It's absolutely brutal living that other life. It's brutal. With no purpose, with scrambling at the bit to try to have some fun over here, and they're not even your real friends, and it's like you have nothing. You were kicking it with people that don't even have love for you. You were kicking it with people who don't even really care about you. You're having fun here, and most of your family don't even care about you. And you're focused on that. And you were building a life for yourself. One day you may never see them again. And you were focused on having a good time with them, and you're not even going to see them no more. They ain't even going to be in your life. You're going to look back and realize, oh, damn, I should have done all these things that I should have done. I should have been more focused on my life. And by that time, it's going to be too late. And this is why a lot of people get stuck today. Just, they're either mad or they're anxiously thinking about the future and failing in life and all this stuff. And it doesn't have to be that way. And don't beat yourself up if that is you. Fix the problem. Because there's a solution to every problem. And I recommend fixing it. I recommend doing what you know you have to do and sticking to that. Who cares what your family has to say? Who cares what your so-called friends have to say? Who cares what whatever chicks you guys may be dealing with have to say? Who cares? You have to do what you have to do as a man. The rest comes whenever you do that. With that being said, God willing, God bless. We'll see y'all at the top.